Hi, everybody. It's Mike from the Watchmen's Report, and we're coming at you. We have Field McCONNEL with some huge updates on what's going on with him. We just had his picture on the screen and lost it. But what we're going to do is we're going to have Field on audio only, and he'll be talking to us. We also have Dr. GOODVIBES with us. Field, Doctor, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Mike Kerr, it's my pleasure to be on with Hear the Watchmen, and I'm very much looking forward to Dallas.
Well, Field, let's just cut right to the chase. What the heck is going on with you there? I hear rumors that you may get out today, you may not. What is going on?
I should have been out today, and I will read you. I just had a hearing where, to be courteous and respectful to the court here, they gave me an emergency hearing, even though the judge is not in the vicinity. He had to appear via telephone, and I was declined my request to appear in the courtroom, so I appeared by video. But the bottom line is, I think it would be best for your listeners if I read what I read to the court. When Judge Bowles, B-O-L-E-S, made his opening statements and then recognized me, I asked him if I could approach the bench, even though I'm in jail and he is in a car, I believe, traveling. But I'm sure he wouldn't be in motion during the hearing. That's not my knowledge. I'm just sure he would not be. But anyway, he said, yes, you can go ahead and speak. And I said, well, I have 4 statements I would like to make, 1 through 4. And before I do, I want to advise the court and the district attorney that a military provost has been contacted. And if I do not answer the military provost by 4 p.m. Central, that will trigger action. And what that means, potentially, is the military provost has the authority to come in here to jail and take custody of me. And I've got the paperwork from the U.S. Postmaster General, whose name is Russell J. Gould, that allows that. But let me read as clearly as I can. Let me read the 4 statements that I put on the record. And it was a courtesy of the judge to allow me to do this. I don't know if he's compelled to do it, but here are my 4 statements. I apologize for any dishonor of the court, but I am not aware of any commercial offense. What that means is that the court, maritime and admiralty law is a commercial enterprise. It's not to do with criminals. Anyway, I'll read this and then I'll go on to the next point. My first statement was, I apologize for any dishonor of the court, but I am not aware of any commercial offense, period. Number 2, I have on 23 December and again on 29 December of 2019 raised the issue of jurisdiction with this court. And the answer is they do not have jurisdiction over me, and they know it. They are admiralty and maritime law. I'm not subject to that. I've got a document from the U.S. Postmaster General, Russell Gould, in the sheriff's building right now that proves that. So that's statement 2. Statement 3, I am a federal whistleblower and have been since 2015, and I am currently on the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. And that was statement number 4. And I said I would request right now to be released I said I am requesting during this hearing to extend my stay of extradition to Florida and also be released to my own recognizance until such time as the 2 hearings that the judge had suggested. Before I made my statement, he had suggested that we should have a hearing for the stay of extradition Wednesday or Thursday of next week. But apparently, that's what they want to do. They don't have the authority to let me go. That's what they said. I don't think they have the authority to hold me either. Therefore, when I offered them the stipulation that if they released me to my own recognizance, I would hold Pierce County, the sheriff of Pierce County, and the court of Pierce County harmless in the racketeering and corrupt enterprise that they are currently engaged in with the state of Florida. I also put on the record that I really do not wish to go to Florida because there's a bar member in Florida who has an active murder threat against me, Field McCONNEL, and it's the same attorney in Florida that has claimed to represent me because I am either a vulnerable adult or a child, and I do not need this attorney representing me, and I certainly don't need she or any member of her organization killing me. So the blood is now in the hands of Wisconsin, and they have not accommodated my request for immediate release on my own reconnaissance, with the caveat that I would hold them harmless going forward. So now the retribution that is financially mature and correct in Florida, there is a precedent where someone held unlawfully, incarcerated unlawfully, is to be awarded $1,700 a minute. That equates to $2.448 million a day. I've been here 96 days. We're over 235 million right now. But because it's racketeering from this point forward, because they declined to release me to my own recognizance, Wisconsin as a state is now participating in a racketeering and corrupt organization enterprise with Florida. And so that triples the damages, which if you take 235 and multiply it times 3, you get $705 million. So what happened right there in that very brief hearing was Wisconsin turned down whatever their portion of $705 million in penalties was that I offered them out of the goodness of my heart. And so I will defer now to you, Mike Kerr.
Well, Field, let me ask you this. Do you have another hearing today where you can plead to get out on OR?
Plead to get out on what?
Your own recognizance.
No, my next hearing is going to be scheduled on Monday, but the hearing itself would not occur until Wednesday or Thursday, and that's not satisfactory to me. And so I will be, I had like a dead man switch. If I don't contact the military provost by 4 p.m. Central, they're going to take action. And so the military has the ability and they have the authority to come into this sheriff's jail and take custody of Field McCONNEL and turn me loose. And so, will that happen? I don't know. But I've been told that at the highest office of our country, which is the White House, that the White House and four-star generals are aware of this egregious violation of law and due process. And so at this point, if the military shows up and takes custody of me and drives me 100 feet and turns me loose, that's within their authority, and that's within the scope of jurisdiction. I am not subject to the court that I just appeared in front of, and so we'll see what happens in the next hours or days. Over to you, Mike Kerr.
So theoretically, Field, they could come in and let you go at any moment on your own recognizance. Is that correct?
The United States military can come in and take custody of me and release me as soon as we are off the sheriff's property.
I see. Doctor, do you have some questions for Field?
Well, we have a lot of questions. If they come in and take them, if they come in and take you, sir, and bring you out because you are a federal whistleblower, are you going to have protection once they remove you from your jail cell and get you that 100 feet or better from that jail? I want to know that you're secure and safe.
I would be secure and safe Now, is that going to happen? I hope so. Do I think so? No, I don't think so yet, but I've got several more phone calls to make. And keep in mind that the automatic trigger is if I don't call the provost by 4 p.m. today, the court itself should not be surprised at any action taken by the military to recover custody of Field McCONNEL, federal whistleblower.
Interesting developments, Field. We are all praying for you out here and for your lovely wife, Denise. And we will be just sitting on the edge of our chairs, as I know you are, waiting for the next development.
Well, let me tell you what the next development includes. I put on the record that I have a medical appointment with my personal physician regarding cancer in my left ear and a bad tooth on my upper left jaw. And also my wife, Denise, would be going with me to that health assessment by my personal physician because she has some health issues which are none of the court's business, but my personal physician would be willing to take a look at her and prescribe a course of therapy for both my wife, Denise, and myself, if warranted. Furthermore, in addition to the appointments that I claimed, I believe were set for 1300 on Monday of this coming week, which now might be canceled because I'm not available for them. I also have an appointment where my name, Field McCONNEL, is going to be in the office of Rich, R-I-C-H, Delmar, D-E-L-M-A-R, who's the Chief Counsel for the United States Department of Justice, Office of Inspector General. So my name is all over the place when it comes to absolutely horrid treatment at the hands of the Wisconsin legal or lawful. No, they're not lawful. They're legal. And I don't think this is a problem of this judge. The judge himself said he doesn't have authority to do this, and he's absolutely correct, because he is a judge in admiralty law or maritime law. That doesn't apply to me. The laws that would apply to me are criminal in nature, and I'm innocent of that. And the attorney who has tried to get me sent to Florida so that a member of her family or a member of her network could kill me. I mean, if I go to Florida and I'm murdered, the blood is on the hands of Wisconsin court at this point.
Well, Field, let me ask you another question in closing. Without giving any type of a location, is Denise in the United States at this point?
Yes, she is in the United States at this point, and she is being adequately protected. And I want to say that I've been protected in accordance with Isaiah 54:17, which says that no weapon raised against me can prosper, and any tongue that accuses me, I will rebuke. And I believe I just rebuked some tongues today, and it's going to cost Wisconsin, let's see, half of $705 million is $352.5 million, and that's if it's a 50-50 split between Florida and Wisconsin. But keep in mind that every bit of paperwork from Florida is egregiously flawed, and Florida has never taken custody of me. Wisconsin is holding me under duress against my will and in violation to the laws of the United States of America. Keep in mind that under Donald Trump, we became a republic recently. How recently? Well, either the 31st of February or Thursday of this week. Yesterday was Thursday. But we are now under constitutional law, and they are holding me under maritime law, which they have no jurisdiction over Field McCONNEL.
Wow. Well, like I said, I'm looking right now through my emails. I had an email from someone that I wanted to read to you, but interestingly enough, it seems to have just vanished. So I'll do some digging and see if I can find it and forward it on to you. But Field, as I said, our our prayers are with you, and we are going to be standing by to hear what the next step is here in your journey, and hopefully that next step is to walk out the doors of that county jail.
That's what I'm praying for. And my next phone call will be to the U.S. military. And keep in mind that the commander-in-chief of the U.S. military is President Donald John Trump, who is well aware of where I am and how egregiously this is in violation of our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and in fact the laws of this great nation.
Well, God bless you, and please just hang in there. We're all pulling for you out here, and we'll check back in with you on Monday.
Well, that sounds good. And would you promise me one favor, please?
Sure.
If Wisconsin sends me to Florida and I'm murdered in Florida, would you please allow Dr. Goodvibes and Denise to represent me at the Remnant Warrior Conference?
Well, absolutely, Field. I mean, if you can't make it, Dr. Goodvibes and Denise are more than welcome to come there. As a matter of fact, all of your supporters who are coming to the conference in Dallas would just love to hear from the two of them if they've still got you illegally detained.
It's my opinion that if is canceled, he's going to be there.
Well, that's my prayer that I'm there. But if I am there, then I'm going to ask a second courtesy, and that is when I'm on stage speaking, if I'm allowed to speak at the Remnant Warrior Conference.
Absolutely.
If I speak, I would like to have two chairs, one on either side of me, where Dr. Goodvibes would be seated and Denise would be seated. So if anybody has questions for either of them, they could stand up and represent themselves and tell the truth.
We'll take care of that for you. Let's just get you out of there.
Okay, well, I'm hoping to. My next phone call will be to the U.S. military.
All right, God bless, Field. Keep
Thank
us
you,
posted.
Sir. God bless you.
Yeah, God bless you guys, too. And I'm saying that to Mike Kerr and to Dr. Goodvibes. And I will be speaking to Dr. Goodvibes later today because I want him to send a message to my personal physician. So God bless you both. God's taking good care of me. We have nothing to worry about except for spending eternity in paradise with our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Amen, brother. All right, we'll talk again soon.
Okay, amen, and bye-bye.
Doctor, stay on the call here for a second. Let's talk a little wrap up here. I've got to get my ears back in. I can't have my hearing aids in, folks, when I'm on the phone, or you wouldn't hear a word that Field said because they come through my hearing aids. So, Doctor, what do you think here?
Well, it's been a mess from November 4th when they kidnapped him off of 401 Main Street, and continues to be a mess today. It seems like the best advocate that he has is himself, although there's been a lot of great people on both ends of the two states, Wisconsin and Florida, that are doing things for him behind the scenes. But as you see, even Russell Gold, with his authority, doesn't seem to get accepted by this illegal system that's going on in Pierce County and Ellsworth, and I believe it's throughout the state, probably throughout the nation. So these are all things that when POTUS said he needed to drain the swamp, this is a honeycomb swamp. It's very deep, it's very broad, it's much wider than I ever imagined. I was looking at the District of Columbia. I didn't know I'd be looking at a place in Wisconsin where they have great cheese curds. So yeah. It's crazy. Yeah,
it is crazy. It is crazy. And folks, once again, Dr. Goodvibes and I refuse to address any of the rumors. We refuse to speculate. We just try to report to you the facts about what's going on with Field, rather than get involved in the fray out there. So if you want to get a hold of Field, contact either one of us, you can just post a comment on this YouTube video, and we can work with that. Or you can email me, Mike Kerr, Kerr, 777 at gmail.com. If you want to come out, I guarantee you that if Field is still locked up, Denise and Dr. Good Vibes will be there on his behalf at Hear the Watchman Dallas, the Remnant Warrior Conference. Just go to hearthewatchman.com. You can get a ticket there. It's getting filled up real quick, so if you want to do it and you want to come out and support Field, get on board. Doctor, anything else that you have to say in conclusion today?
Just that I trust in God. Field has been ministering every day from that jail cell. God is not going to let him down. He's going to get out. He's going to be there. It's going to be incredible. So if you haven't got tickets and you got a shot at getting them, you better move fast because it's going to be incredible.
All right, folks, that's going to wrap us up. Doctor, thanks again for joining us. Please keep us posted later today on the updates with Field. And we'll just keep praying. And hopefully, I know from experience that they can come in at like 2 in the morning and let you go.
Yeah.
So there's no telling, folks. Just keep praying. God bless each and every one of you. And remember, as we always say here on the Watchman's Report, there's nothing you can't do with Jesus in your heart, except nothing at all. Get out there, get busy, be a part of the game. Don't be on the sidelines. We'll see you next time here on the Watchman's Report.